Hi, in today's video, we are going to discuss about structure in Java programming. As we all know, programming is something essentially important for any of the application development. As we see, Java has a phenomenal record in reference to the programming path for any of the applications, whatever we develop. This is more familiar as well as popular in application development. Where in today's video, we are going to discuss about the structure in Java programming. So where in the structure of Java programming, first of all, let us understand what exactly the parts of Java programming has, because this is majorly useful for the new learners who wants to learn new in reference to the Java programming. Anyone wants to learn as new. So this video is more helpful to them. Right? So these are the different parts of Java programming, almost 9 parts of Java programming we have. So the first is comments is the first part, which is optional. Whatever the piece of code and all everything we write. So based on that, what are the comments we write? So people can understand, whoever is reading the comments, those people will understand the kind of code, what we have written and all. So that is what generally comment stands for. Next, package declaration. Of course, this is also even optional. Make sure when we are realigning it and all everything, so reusable kind of the package declarations. Next, import statements. If there is anything which we want to import from that, so import statements are being used, which are optional even. But classes declarations are something compulsory when we are writing the Java programming, followed by this variable declarations as well, different variables, whatever we have. So the variable declarations can also be used in Java programming, which is optional equal. Followed by variable declaration. As far as the class declaration, which is compulsory, as I say, there are 3 different sets. One is about variable declaration, second is constructor implementation and method implementation. But as far as the class declaration itself is concerned, variable declaration may be an optional one for us. But when it comes to the constructor implementation, based upon the constructors, whatever that we are using, so based on that, that is being used for. But whereas method implementation, where we need to use different methods in Java programming, so that those methods and all everything are being used. So method implementation will also be compulsory. And last two but not least, it is static blocks, which are optional, as well as non-static blocks as well. See, these are the 9 parts of Java programming is all about. When we talk about the comments, because the first point is all about comments, therein we are discussing about the comments one. When we talk about comments, Java supports 3 types of comments. The one is single line comment, which will be like this. You can see over here. This is how generally single line comment will be written. At the same time, when we talk about multi-line comment, this will be written here as well. And if there is any kind of documentation comment to be written, so this is how generally this documentation comment will be written in regular intervals. Now, usually when we talk about comments, which are the statements that are ignored by the compilers and as well as interpreters and all, which majorly used to provide explanation about why are we using classes, why are we using variables, why are we using constructors, why are we using methods, right? And why and how logic is written inside the method. All these things, for that reason, generally these comments are being used. As I mentioned earlier, these can understand by going through the comments, people whoever is going through. So by going through the comments, they can understand the kind of code which was written by the programmer well in advance. Now, this is where generally single line comment was, because as I'm discussing about 3 different type of comments and all, the first one is called single line comment. Single line comment and all everything is being used to write classes as a file name. At the same time, in informal documentation, which will be described about following class names, variable names, conductors, methods, etc. Whereas in this inside method to comment single lines, such as variable declaration, variable initialization, object creations, method calling, and return statements, etc. All these things comes under single line comment. Now, when we talk about multi-line comment, which is used to comment a block of the code in the method such as conditions, loops, exception handling, all that. Wherein all method implementations, as an example, we can see here, like for integer I equal to O, right? So I less than 20, right? So this is how generally an example which we can write. This is an example which was used for multi-line comments, right? So this is how generally to identify about the even number, odd number, right? Which one is even number, which was odd number and all. If you want to know that, so this is how generally this example is being used for. So this is all about the basic understanding over Java programming, wherein I have discussed about single line comment earlier, at the same time multi-line comment even, right? So single as well as multi-line comment I have explained. Whereas documentation comment and followed by other points and all everything that I'm going to discuss in the coming video. If you have any questions in regard to that, please reach out to the contact details, which will be posted in below to this video. Thank you.